Hey there, and welcome to function number 5. Now, this function is called getMonthsNeededToWait and receives two numbers as parameters representing the index of 2 months. Now, the function should return the number of months we have to wait to get from the first one to the second one. Now, I know this description might not be 100% clear, so let's look at the examples because I think those will be a lot of help. So here in the first example, we have first index is 1, second index is 3, and the result is 2. And below we have the explanation. So the month with index 1 is February. Now keep in mind we start from 0. And the month with index 3 is April. The number of months we have to wait to get from February to April is 2, because we have to wait February, and then March, and then we get to April. Now the second example is a bit more interesting and makes this problem a bit more difficult. We have the first index 11 and the second index 0, and the result 1. Let's look at the explanation. So the month with index 11 is December, and the month with index 0 is January. So to get from December to January, we have to wait 1 month. Now, if you want to solve this problem for yourself, click on the link in the description. If not, keep watching. I'm going to move here into the code area, and I want to split this problem into two different subproblems. So the first one is if index 2 is bigger than index 1, right? This matches our first example. In this case, we just need to subtract index 1 from index 2. So I'm going to say if index 2 bigger than index 1, return index 2 minus index 1. And let's test it. I mean, never take my word for it, test it. So I'm going to say console log get months needed to wait of, let's say, 2 and 7. And the result, as you can see down here, is 5. Now, let's see if that makes sense. So the month with index 2 is March. The month with index 7 is August. So to get from March to August, we have to wait March, April, May, June, July. That's 5 months. And then we get to August. So this makes sense. Now, coming back to our function, we also have the use case where index 2 is less than index 1, right? Like in our second example, where the first index is December, but the month we want to get to is January. So it's January is before December. Now, the way I'm thinking about solving this is to get the result, we have to add two numbers. We have first to, before I write the pseudocode, let's just think about it. Sorry about that. So I want to get from index 1, which is bigger than index 2, till index 2. This means I have to wait until the next year and then get to index 2. So the result is going to be like this. I'm first going to wait from index 1 till the beginning of next year, and then from the beginning of next year till index 2. So write this down. I'm going to say index 1 till next year, right? This is the first one, plus January till index 2. Right? This is our result in this second use case. So now that we've found this this formula, let's just compute it. So I'm going to say const months needed to wait till next year is 12 minus index 1, right? And just to verify it makes sense, I'm going to say, well, maybe index 1 is 7, which means August. Now the result is going to be 12 minus 7 equal 5. So let's verify it. So we got to wait August, September, October, November, December, 5 months, and then we get to next year. So this is correct. Now, how many months do we have to wait to get from January till index 2? Well, it's simply index 2, right? Because January has index 0, so we just subtract them. So the final answer is going to be months needed to wait till next year. I'm going to put here return plus index 2. Now, to verify that this makes sense, let me swap those numbers here. So we're going to go August to March. And the result changed to 7. So let's see if it makes sense. So we got to do August, September, October, November, December, that's 5. And then January, February, that's 7. And then we're into March. So this looks like it makes sense. Now let's also test our solution. And voila, it's all good. Cheers and see you in the next one.